And yo, we locked in. It's due season. It's your boy Carl Anthony. Hit that like button, subscribe right now. Hey, I want to talk to y'all today about the tools to becoming a man, becoming alpha, being the man that you want to be. It's only like 4 or 5 essential qualities or things that you need to be working on, okay? And the first and foremost is your spirit, the inner man, you know? I don't know what your relationship is with your creator. I don't know if you believe in the Most High. I do. But I'm not telling you what to believe in. But in my opinion, if you don't have a relationship with the Most High, you're already lost. You gotta work on your relationship with your creator. You know? And, you know, the Bible says that a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. You got to be stable in your thought process. You got to know, what you believe in, stand on it, so you can be unshaken. You can be stable, right? You got to work on that. I do read the Bible. I do pray. And for me, that works. For me, it enhances my life, in my opinion. It's what I know. It's what I know to be true. I'm not telling you it's your truth, but it's my truth. So you definitely got to work on that. You're not the only thing out here. Human beings are not the only thing out here. There's another realm, a spiritual realm. And in order to be the man that you're supposed to be, you got to be strong in your faith. All right? You do. And after that, number 2, you got to work on your confidence. Now, if you're not strong in your faith, your confidence may be lacking because, there's no weakness going on over here. If you got a strong faith, it's faith without works is dead. And if you're not working on your confidence, how you gonna move out throughout this world if your faith is weak? How you gonna be confident if you're not sure of who you are? And what are some of the ways you can work on your confidence? Physicality. A man needs to be strong. A man needs to be able to work with his hands, think sharply, go into dangerous situations and come out triumphantly. Danger is real. Fear is in your imagination. Danger is real. Fear is in your imagination. Now, once you understand that, it'll build that confidence in you to be able to tackle anything, because and fear is not just about dangerous, what's dangerous. Fear comes from, like the fear of talking to women, right? The fear of rejection, the fear of not going after your dreams. That's fear as well, but that's all in your mind. That's the reason that you're not as confident as you should, because you operate in fear. And you operate in fear, you cannot move how you want to move. But you should be working on your physicality. You should be lifting weights. Every man should be lifting weights, unless you are not capable of doing so. But every man, if you're blessed with limbs and the activity of your limbs, you should be lifting weights in some capacity, not just out here jogging, frolicking around, doing cardio all the time like these women do. You should be lifting some weights, and some heavy weights. Because why? Heavy weights maintains your testosterone. Heavy weights give you the gains that you want to get. You got to have muscle. Nobody looks at a fat man and says, oh, that's the pillar of masculinity. No. Like, look, even me, right? I'm over the weight that I want to be. I'm not completely chiseled up. but I got some muscle and I got some strength. I can lift, you know, without a doubt. I'm strong. I can stand on that, you know. I lift heavy weights. I can do push-ups. I can do squats. I can squat, you know, heavy squats. But working on your physicality and getting stronger builds your confidence, believe it or not, because at least you know that you're strong. You know it. That's something you know. And working on other skills outside of just strength, you know, being healthy is important. You know, eating the right foods, limiting the sugar intake, getting rid of soy and estrogen-related products. It's important, man, for your development as a man. You got to work on it. It's a must. It's essential. On top of that, finances, right? You know, we go to school, we grow up in this American society, and we taught to go to school and learn this education. And our education really teaches us how to be workers and not owners and not, you know, self-sufficient. It teaches us how to work for others. You know, if you think about school, it's based on prison mentality, a prison system. You know, we got a bell, go from class to class. They tell us when to eat lunch. They give us breakfast on a tray, just like, you know, and lunch on a tray, right? We get out at a certain time. You know, we have recess. It's like going to the you know, to the yard. And, you know, even with jobs, a lot of jobs, like even with my job, you know, you clock in at a certain time. They tell you to take lunch at a certain time, whatever the case may be. And, you know, you work for what you do. It's still on the same type of model line of prison. But we got to work on learning about money. And there's so many resources out here to learn about the stock market, learn about how to invest, real estate, Bitcoin, all kind of ways to get money. This is the most critical time to be thinking about how to get money. If you lost your job, I'm praying for you. But you can't sulk and think about how bad things are. You have to work. You have to figure out a plan. You got to find a way to, you know, add value out here in this world so you can be of value and get money because of your value. That is important. That is a skill set every man must acquire. How are you going to be a man if you can't provide? How are you going to be a man if you can't live on your own? How are you going to be a man if you're depending on others to provide for you? You are not a man yet. All right? Working on finances. Wardrobe. Okay? Now, clothes are not super important, but they do hold some weight. Now, I'm dressed how I'm dressed right now because of the type of job I have. I have a manual labor job, okay? I do concrete, work on concrete, pavements, you know, things of that nature. And I wear hoodies, joggers, boots, every day. So when I'm out and about, I'm looking like this. I'm kind of rough around the edges. But when it's time for me to go out and attend something, you know, nice, or go out on a date, go out with the guys, I know how to dress. I got shoes. I got gym shoes and sneakers that I put on, and, you know, accessories, watches, cologne. Got to smell good. You got to have good hygiene. You know, those are the ways that you stand out. It's how you become the individual you. You want to attract women, they got to know that you know how to be well put together. You don't have to be out here in a suit every day. That's not for everybody. But you do have to know how to have style. You don't have to be a GQ model style. You just got to know how to wear clothes that fit, how to be on trend and yet not trendy at the same time. You can be very basic and still be very stylish. You do not have to spend, you know, tons of money on designer clothes. You can go to Target, for real, and shop at Goodfellow, shop with the Goodfellow line and get some good pickups for cheap. You know, it's not going to cost you that much, but you got to learn how to put things together. You got to know what color sits right on your skin tone. You got to dress right. You know, it's just important, man. Like, all of these things, will enhance the man that you want to be. It'll help you find that purpose. If you're working on your health, if you're working on your fitness, if your faith is in order, if you're working on your money, on your income, all of these things are leading you towards your purpose and your path, and things will come together for you because of that. Things will happen the way you want them to happen because you are a man of discipline. Discipline is key. Discipline equals freedom. Discipline equals freedom. Discipline equals freedom. Remember that. If you're disciplined with your money, you saving, you investing, you're going to look up one day and be sitting nice. You can buy that Trackhawk, You can buy that Hellcat. You can buy, the G-Wagon. You can do things you want to do. You can live downtown in a nice condo. After you've been diligent with your finances, you gotta suffer sometimes, man. Sometimes you gotta suffer and go through the trials and tribulations of becoming a man. Living from check to check sometimes is what it is until you don't have to live check to check. You got to learn how to cut back, learn how to save when you can. Always save first. Save 10% first. And when you can save 10%, then you can start saving 20%. Then you can start 25, 30. You get to the point where you can save 50% because you know how to scale back your life. You got to delay your gratification, man. Delayed gratification is the key. Like, just because your homie just bought a dope whip and, you like, man, he getting all the girls and this and that and this, and he getting all the attention. If you're doing things for the attention, that's the wrong reason, bro. You got to do things because it makes sense. Because it makes sense with what you got. And if you got to, bike it to work, carpool, drive that little bucket that you don't want to drive, you got to do it. But cherish it. Have gratitude. Because if you're doing the right things, if you're saving up money, guess what? You can get the whip you want. You can live where you want to live one day. But you got to delay that gratification. You can't go and mess up your credit and, buy some car that you can barely afford. Just because you got the money for it doesn't mean you can afford it. Okay? But these are some of the things you got. You can't keep up with the Joneses, man. You got to stand on your own, And once you begin to be stable, man, alpha presence will show. It will peek through. You got to sometimes delay the gratification of being with a woman and being in a relationship because you need to work on yourself. You got to delay that. It'll come, man. They're going to always be here. Women always going to need a man, period. But if you're not being on your purpose and doing what you got to do, man, it's not going to happen the way you want it to happen. But that's it, man. Like the video. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.